good evening. A water leak in the newly constructed Parliament building has triggered a fierce debate, with the opposition attacking the Modi government for the alleged mismanagement and waste of taxpayers' money. The leak has been sarcastically dubbed Leak Sarkar by critics. Akhilesh Yadav, among others, has suggested reverting to the old Parliament building, questioning the need for a new one. The opposition claims that the government's priorities are misplaced, citing the colossal expense of the new building.
There was paper leakage yesterday, earlier. Then there was Ram Mandir leakage. Then now it is Temple of Democracy leakage. In Parliament yesterday, heavy rains was there. Therefore, I had moved an adjournment motion today because this is a very serious issue. Therefore, I had moved an adjournment motion. Hope the Honorable Speaker accepts it and we have a discussion, find solutions to it.
संसद लीक हो गई है, बाहर पेपर लीक होता है, अंदर संसद लीक होती है, हर जगह लीक हो रहा है। मोदी है तो मुमकिन है, हर जगह लीक, हर जगह लीकेज, हर जगह रिश्वतखोरी।
It's not a parliament, it's an edifice to Narendra Modi ji's ego. So since he is anyway got the people of India have shown him a lesson, it is only natural that as a natural consequence of that even the parliament's lobby will leak. और ये parliament तो हमने कहा था, ये तो parliament है ही नहीं, ये तो it's an edifice to Narendra Modi's ego. And since his ego has taken such a hit in these elections, it's only natural that water will leak from here.
Viewers, the BJP has hit back, accusing the opposition of deflecting attention from the death and devastation in states ruled by opposition parties. They argue that the new parliament building was necessary due to concerns about the old building's safety and functionality. Here's what the government has told the Apex Court in 2020 to defend the need for a new parliament building. Centre told the Apex Court that 100-year-old structure was showing signs of distress. There were several safety issues, one among them being that the building was not even earthquake-proof. There were also logistical issues, like in joint parliamentary sessions, the MPs had to sit on plastic chairs. In fact, even Jairam Ramesh had called the old Sansad badly outdated and non-functional as far back as in 2012. Now, viewers, the debate has devolved into a political slugfest with both sides trading barbs. While the opposition cries foul over alleged waste and mismanagement, the government insists that the new building is necessary investment in the nation's future. But see how selective is opposition in its outrage.
जो घटना हुई है दर्दनाक घटना है। यूपीएससी के स्टूडेंट जो तैयारी कर रहे थे, आखिरकार प्लानिंग और एनओसीज देने की जिम्मेदारी तो सभी अधिकारियों की है। अध्यक्ष महोदय, जिम्मेदार कौन है, उनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई क्या हो रही है?
There is sadly a level of violations of basic norms when it comes to building codes, fire safety, flood safety, and so on. That is rampant in the city. The corporation also has responsibility on this.
Look, I don't think this is the place or the time to talk about political issues. People here require help. So I think the time right now is to make sure that all the assistance comes.
Let's open this up. Shehzad Poonawala, the national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Mr. R. Rajgopalan, senior journalist, Tariq Khan, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Akashdeep Muni, political analyst, and Kamruzaman Chaudhary ji completes the panel. Gentlemen, good evening. Shehzad Poonawala, I want to begin by asking you the question that the opposition is raising. That the new parliament building was made at a cost of 1,000 crores, 971 to be precise. Look what is happening.
Thank you, Pranesh, for having me on your show. And first of all, let me tell you that the Lok Sabha Sachivalaya has already clarified that there was an eco-friendly parliament that has been made. It has a glass ceiling there, and therefore some of the adhesive shifted, because of which the roof leaked. That is a problem that happens one-off when there's so much rain. But when there is a systemic leakage, and that systemic leakage is taking place where? In Kerala, where 300 people have lost their lives. Systematically, the people were allowed to die because from 18th of July, the warnings were going, but the warnings were ignored. 16 hours before D-Day, the warning was ignored. 9 NDRF teams were sent on the ground, the warnings were ignored. The fact is that 200 plus illegal resorts were built. The local MP and the local government ignored the warnings and allowed this to happen. Not a single word of outrage from Mahua Moitra, from Manikam Tagore, from Akhilesh Yadav. Then, in Delhi, 10 people have lost their lives over the last 3 weeks. Today, a mother and a child have been lost. We have seen how on 27th of July, 3 aspirants of UPSC lost their lives. Nilesh Rai lost his life in Patel Nagar. People have lost their life because of electrocution, because of drowning. Not a single word of outrage from this outrage factory. In Karnataka, 1,200 farmers have been killed in the last 10 months. Not a single word of outrage. 68 Dalits lost their lives in Tamil Nadu because of the Hooch tragedy. Not a single word of outrage. I concede, Pranesh, I don't want to battle, I don't want to fight on a leak in parliament. Every time a new structure is created, there are some unforeseen things that take place. This was one of them. But is that leak, which did not cost any life of any person, and by the way, the new parliament was built because Meera Kumar had recommended it. But having said that, is that comparable with 300 lives that have been lost? I asked Mr. Kamruzaman Chaudhary, I asked Mr. Muni, I asked Mr. Rajgopalan, I asked Mr. Tariq, I think he's there from Samajwadi Party, show me 5 tweets on the 300 deaths of Kerala. Show me 5 tweets that are there on the deaths in Delhi. Show me 5 tweets of Akhilesh Yadav or Mahua Moitra on the kind of...
So you are saying that this is a deflection tactic by the opposition.
And lastly, Pranesh, just zoom into this picture very carefully, cameraman. This is Moeed Khan. Moeed Khan raped an OBC girl in Ayodhya. He is a Samajwadi Party office bearer. He's a close aide of the Faizabad MP.
Related. The two are not related. We are doing this story also, Shehzad. The two are not related. Kamruzaman Chaudhary, the new parliament building is once again under question. Jairam Ramesh, the who's who of the Congress party, are going after the Modi government. The government has said, and the parliament secretariat has said, that this was an adhesive problem that was sorted. Akhilesh Yadav is suggesting let's go back to the old parliament. Are you doing this to deflect from real issues? Death and devastation in Delhi, in Kerala.
Yeah, good evening, Pranesh. Over the last 2 minutes, Shehzad had mentioned the word systemic at least 3 to 4 times. But he fails to mention this, that systematically how corruption was institutionalized by BJP government. Let me take the example, a small example. Leave aside the Morbi bridge disaster or the Bihar bridge collapse and everything, or the Ram Mandir leakage issue or whatever it is. But let me come to this issue that has been boiling since morning in the Parliament House today. You know, how much did the Tata projects or the Tata controlled Progressive Electoral Trust donated to the Bharatiya Janata Party? A whopping 356 crores in the run-up to the 2019 Lok Sabha election. Immediately Narendra Modi coming to power and Tata Projects Limited is awarded the 863 crores parliament building construction. Now you see, if the cost sheet of a project includes this 363 crores, then obviously there will be deficiency in service, there will be deficiency in the materials being used. But I fail to understand, Shehzad will systematically take his politics to a human or to a tragedy, a natural tragedy of the lives of the Kerala that we are seeing tonight and today. Even his own party's MP like Tejaswi Surya did not lag behind in bringing and making this into a Hindu-Muslim politics or all their stated appeasement politics about it. This is not the level of governance that you are doing. You are in power for the last 10 years.
Okay.
Why are there systematic
This is a case of corruption. This is not an ordinary adhesive issue. This is a case of corruption. Quick response from the BJP. I am coming to you, Tariq Bhai.
It's a natural tragedy that the 2022 guidelines for the eco-sensitive zones were rejected by the Kerala government, that it rejected the 2010-2011 reports which said that no illegal construction should take place, that it ignored 18 July, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 29th and 30th July warnings. 16 hours before the D-Day, there was a warning given, it was rejected and that warning was not taken on board. That was a natural tragedy. It was a natural tragedy that the basement which was meant for storage was being used by library and the fire services of Delhi government did nothing. It was natural tragedy that the MCD kept sleeping when the desilting work was not done in the entire area of Rajendra Nagar, that today the desilting was not done, today the drains were not covered, so a mother and a child fell in that because of the water logging and they died. It was natural tragedy that a UPSC aspirant who was just going around doing his work came in contact with live wire in a waterlogged pool and he died. It was natural tragedy. 300 deaths, 10 deaths in Delhi are natural tragedies. And Pranesh, whatever comments he has made about Tata Group, that is for Tata Group to answer through a defamation suit. But I am saying, आप एक काम कीजिए, कल आपके पास जो प्रूफ है सुप्रीम कोर्ट ले जाइए. But Supreme Court today has spoken about Bibhav Kumar, whom you defended. High Court today has spoken about the MCD's role in this entire man-made disaster in Delhi. But you ignore that. And today I want to know that why Chief Minister ignored the warnings that were given time and again. He could have saved the lives of 300 people, but he ignored them for his lust of power and lust of money.